drone, phraser, sustainer, call it what you want. It's an amazing effect built in every piano, but we don't have it for guitar, don't we? Yes, you can get this kind of effect with the dedicated guitar pedal. In fact, there is even one that looks exactly like a piano sustain pedal by Game Changer. It's not this one, this is just a foot switch I stole from my cheap Yamaha case. But on this channel I say no to traditional guitar pedals and guitar pedal boards. Instead, I plug my guitar into audio interface and iPad. You can use iPhone with the Loopy Pro app. Don't worry, we'll come back to sustain pedal in a minute. First, let me show you how it works. Loopy Pro is way more than just a looper. And in this setup, I'm using it as a mixer, a host for effect plugins, and a custom control panel. The idea is super simple. Let me open up the mixer. So my input guitar and colors for the looper. Let me hide all the channels. We don't need them now. So my input guitar. Loopy Pro has send bus channels. That means it can duplicate your guitar input and apply different effects to it. So let's send input guitar to this bus channel like this and load reverb plugin for bus channel. I use Cascade reverb plugin with the 100% wet mix and freezer button. There are a few good reverb plugins out there with the same functionality, but my favorite one is Cascade Reverb, and it's quite affordable one. Then I create a custom on-screen button, and it does a couple things for me. It sends guitar to the bus channel, and it triggers phraser inside the plugin. I like using separate dedicated bass channel because this way it doesn't affect my main guitar channel at all. I can still loop and record while using the freezer. You can also stack more effects on that bass channel, for example, EQ plugin, low pass filter, and map that to a separate on-screen knob. And from here, it's up to your imagination what else to apply for the bass channel. I mean, what plugin, what kind of effect. Let me show you what my imagination came up with and how this sustain foot switch fits into the setup. But first, shameless plug. Actually, this whole idea came from my new video course called Ambient Machine, and it's all about making ambient music with your guitar and Loopy Pro. You don't need a massive pedal board to create beautiful soundscapes, and just a minimal setup, a few techniques, and Loopy Pro. It's a beginner friendly, even if you never opened Loopy Pro before. Also, there is a special discount for the app itself, so you'll find everything down below in the description or on my website loopymax.com. Yeah, I forget to mention that my name is Max. Right, what other plugins can we throw on the bus? Overdrive? Maybe tape emulation? Tapping on the screen is a great way to start, but it's not ideal, especially for the live stations. That's where a floor MIDI controller comes in. I use the Morningstar MC8, but there is also a more affordable alternative. For example, this one, it's M-Wave Chocolate, and it works both via USB and Bluetooth. And I have a dedicated video on that. You just bind its foot switch to the on-screen button in Loopy Pro and you're good to go. The only downside that it clicks loudly. Not perfect. So here's when the sustain foot switch come in. It's noiseless, it's silent. There is a small chance that you can steal it from your daughter's Yamaha electric piano from the next room or just buy one. It's a basic foot switch. It's just on, off, and that's it. But it's silent. The Morningstar controller and the M-Wave Chocolate controller have inputs for extra foot switches, external pedals, so I can plug sustain pedal into M-Wave Chocolate, and now I have 5 pedals in total. So I just rebind on-screen freezer button to the quiet foot switch. It seems like freezer effect is just a reverb with 100% feedback. What if we'll try, let's say 60%? And you can assign this parameter to on-screen knob. Let's say you find a sweet chord and you'd like to phrase it, so that's a separate button for it. It can be on-screen button. Or it can be another foot switch on your controller. And it may sound really interesting if we'll mute dry guitar channel. Same, we can create on-screen mute button or bind it to a foot switch controller. Or you can bind mute button to the same sustain pedal, so each time you step on it, it's not only trigger the freezer, but also mute your dry guitar. It's quite interesting workflow. As you can see and hear, the possibilities are endless. If this kind of stuff and ambient music in general speaks to you, check out my ambient machine course. If you want to hear more of my music, who knows? I just released a new album, I'll drop the link down below. And if this was interesting or even helpful, leave a like and subscribe. See you in the next video or inside the course. Cheers!